Hello and welcome to another video for Midas Touch Toys, Games and Collectibles. And today we are looking at the 1994 release by Playmates from their Star Trek Generation series of action figures and play sets and play models. And what we're actually looking at today is from that series, and this is the Klingon Disruptor. Now Playmates did have a habit of repackaging the same item or very similar items. So originally I think this was particular Disruptor was released as part of Star Trek Next Generation series, and then when the Star Trek Generations movie came out, they repackaged it and re-released it again. So this is the one from Star Trek Generations, the movie. Okay, so this is the box it comes in. This is the front of the box, and it says Star Trek Generations. It says exclusive mini Star Trek Generations movie poster included. It's Klingon Disruptor, the Klingon defense weapon of choice, as seen in the Star Trek Generations movie. It says new lights and sounds from the movie Star Trek Generations. Press here to activate Klingon Disruptor Sounds. And at the bottom left-hand side, it says press the trigger to light up the flashing beam emitter and activate authentic Klingon Disruptor Sounds. Includes 2 AA batteries, collector's edition number 032205, real flashing light-up beam emitter, Klingon Disruptor Sounds, stun and disrupt, ergonomic design with fast firing capability, bonus technical blueprint included, and it's stock number 6146, and you've got the Playmates logo, and it says ages 4 and up. Now let's see if it's still working, because it's quite old. Oh yeah, it's definitely working. You've got 2 buttons in there which I'm pressing at the moment, and they're giving you the different sounds. So anyway, let's turn the box around. What have we got on the side? So on the side it says Star Trek Generations, Klingon Disruptor, the Klingon defense weapon of choice, as seen in Star Trek Generations movie. Again, press the trigger to light up the flashing beam emitter and activate authentic Klingon Disruptor Sounds. And it's got real flashing light up beam emitter, Klingon Disruptor Sounds, stun and disrupt, ergonomic design with real firing capability, and exclusive mini Generations movie poster included. And over this side, again, it's very similar. Star Trek Generations, Klingon Disruptor, the Klingon defense weapon of choice, as seen in Star Trek Generations movie. It says new lights and sounds from the movie Star Trek Generations. Press the trigger to light the flashing beam emitter and activate authentic Klingon Disruptor Sounds. Includes 2 AA batteries and real flashing light up beam emitter, Klingon Disruptor Sounds, stun and disrupt, ergonomic design with fast firing capability, and exclusive mini Star Trek Generations movie poster included. Ages 4 and up, stock number 6146, and the Playmates logo. And on the back of the box, it says here Star Trek Generations, Klingon Disruptor, the Klingon defense weapon of choice, as seen in Star Trek Generations movie. It says the Klingon Disruptor is a powerful energy-focused weapon with 2 levels of power: stun, which temporarily incapacitates the victim, and disrupt, which can cause permanent damage, even death. The streamlined design allows for exceptional ease of use. The trigger activates a complex energy field and directs the flow through a beam emitter, which discharges the energy particles into a focus ray, also known as the Klingon Phase Disruptor. This fierce weapon was recently used in the battle by the Klingons Lursa and Bator Duress, the 2 sisters who once conspired a coup d'etat to cast out Gowron from the Klingon High Council. The Klingon Disruptor via Lursa and Bator may have also come into the hands of one Dr. Soren, the scientist responsible for designing a probe which attacks the mysterious space anomaly known as the Nexus Ribbon. Stock number 6146, Playmates. And it says, once you own Space Rift, open your own Space Rift and collect all the accessories from Star Trek Generations. So you've got the Starship Enterprise NCC 1701B, Starship Enterprise NCC 1701D, Engineering Playset, and the Starfleet Communicator. And then you've got the Klingon Disruptor, and it says the targeting sensors at the very tip, light-up beam emitter, which is all at the front here, lower level heat shielding, the grip, thumb rest, stun control, disruption control. It says press the disruption control for laser light, beam and disruption sounds, ages 4 and up. And at the bottom it says press the stun control for laser light, beam and stun sounds. Again, same as above. Okay, you've got the copyright information at the very bottom there, and that is the back of the box. Okay, what I'm going to do, actually, something I shouldn't do again, is I'm going to open the box because I'm eager to have a good look at this from the inside. So bear with me and let's get it out of the box. Okay, so I've removed the item from the box, and this is basically how it comes. It's all in its own package in there. I'm going to take it out in a second, but before I do that, let's have a look. So you've got the Star Trek Generations mini poster. This is all still sealed up, but maybe I can just sneak that open. Yes, I can. If it's not, yeah. Okay, so let's have a look at what we got inside here. So we've got the stickers to affix onto your handgun. It's Klingon logo, and I presume that's the trigger stickers. It says, oh, that's the instructions there. So it shows you how to replace the batteries. What else did it show you? How to activate the lights and sounds, disruptor sound, stun. You got your thumb rest and diagrams and so on. So, and the light up beam emitter is at the front there. You've also get this blueprint, Starfleet Klingon Disruptor blueprint, which shows a blueprint of the actual disruptor, and how the power conditioning block works and so on. It all works very good, that. I think that's terrific. And of course, from the movie itself, you get this mini Star Trek Generations poster, which features the 2 captains, Picard and Kirk. It says Star Trek Generations, and you've got the Enterprise, D, the Nexus ribbon, and the Klingon bird of prey. Okay, so that is the paperwork. Now, without further ado, I'm going to remove this from the packaging, and hopefully it won't be too bad and I'll be able to put it back on, but I'm eager to get this off and have a good look at it. Okay, so I've removed the phaser from the Klingon Disruptor from the box, and this is what it says. You've got 1994 Paramount Pictures, all rights reserved, Playmates toys, authorized user. There you can see it's a black handle with brown styling, and you've got the emitter at the end there, and there's the battery compartment there, and by looks of it you just press that off and the batteries will pop out. You've got the holder there, and then you've got the 2 buttons which are here. So let's start with the bottom button. So it repeat fires, and of course you've got the beam emitter up this end which lights up. And the top button, which is, I presume, the disruptor. But it is a repeat firer, so you can very good. And the fact that the batteries are still in order is an achievement as well. So, especially considering it's quite old. The length of this item, so if I put it on the ruler, we're looking at 12 inches, just under 12 inches, which is 30 centimeters. If we measure the widest point, we're looking at 6 centimeters, which is about 2.5 inches. And height wise, well, yeah, well, if we measure from the bottom of the handle to the top of the eyesight, we're looking at 13 centimeters. So that gives you an idea. It's quite a nice size, and it's very comfortable to hold. You have your thumb resting on the thumb rest there, and then you can just switch your thumb over to whether you want to be stun or disrupt. Okay, so that is the Klingon Disruptor. How well did these do back in the day? Well, back in the day, they absolutely flew off the shelves. In the 90s, 1994, when this was released, Star Trek was a huge thing. You just had the new movie, Star Trek Generations, which was the last to feature the original crew, although it was only Kirk, Chekhov and Scotty that was in it. But it was the first movie to feature the Next Generation cast. So it was a huge movie, very anticipated by the media and the fans. So a massive, massive thing. Not to mention the fact that you still had Deep Space Nine on the television screens and Voyager. So yeah, there was a lot going on Star Trek wise. So it was a very big thing, and we were so hungry for Star Trek merchandise in the 80s and 90s, and as soon as these were released, they were sold out like no tomorrow. But what we're talking now, we're talking 30 years on, and to find these particular items, especially from the Generations movie, because they were not run in as big a quantities as what the one for the Star Trek Next Generation was. So the movie ones didn't quite have the long runs as the TV series did. So trying to find these particular ones in this mint unused condition is an achievement. But as usual, we at Midas Touch have managed to find a few, and they're currently available to purchase on the Midas Touch website, which you can get to quite simply by clicking the link below. It'll take you straight to the website, where you'll be able to find this and many other vintage Star Trek items, and many other vintage toys, games and collectibles come to that. There's over 10,000 products currently available on the website for you to view and purchase at your leisure. And also don't forget to hit the subscribe button, because we are uploading videos for every new item that goes into the website. There will be something for everybody, and I'm absolutely positive you're not going to want to miss this, because we literally have thousands and thousands of new products which we're shooting videos for and uploading on a daily basis. So if there is something in particular you are looking for, something old that you've never been able to find, something quirky you might want to buy for a friend, or just something maybe from your childhood that you like to own again to help you recuperate those long lost childhood memories, well, stay tuned, keep watching, because you never know, your next item we upload could be that item you've been looking for. Okay, that is it for me on this particular item. I hope you've enjoyed this very short video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.